Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name is Vanessa Somuayina I. You know me as your big sis from the internet, as well as your favorite tarot card reader right here on YouTube. I've been practicing my intuitive gifts and reading the cards for you for over a decade now. And if you are single and you're feeling confused, you're not sure what's happening next within your love life, then this is the perfect pick a card reading for you to receive. Because for today's reading, I have prepared a very in-depth and ultra-accurate singles pick-a-card love reading for you. And by the end of you receiving your specific reading, you will have so much more clarity on your situation and on what you can expect next in love. Now, in order to help you figure out exactly what's happening in love, I have prepared 4 groups for you to choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 4 groups intuitively. Pick whichever one of these 4 groups naturally resonates with you, and if you absolutely cannot make up your mind between multiple groups and you know that more than one group is for you, then feel free to tune into multiple readings, because sometimes your tarot card prediction is a mixture between multiple groups. Alright, so these are the 4 groups that I've got prepared for you. Take some deep breaths as I introduce you to these 4 groups so you can pick the perfect one for you and start to melt into the sacred space of the internet. Group number 1 corresponds to the Squid Cake Tarot deck. Group number 2 corresponds to my Pastel Journey Tarot deck. Group number 3 corresponds to the Money Moves Oracle deck. And group number 4 corresponds to the White Newman Tarot deck. As per usual, you can find the timestamps to all 4 of these groups below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section, so you've got quick and easy access from your mobile devices, your laptops, your TVs, and your tablets. And what will happen now is that I will give you a moment to meditate on these 4 groups so you can pick the perfect groups for you. And then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, my beautiful soul, by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these 4 groups in order to pick the perfect one for you to receive your singles love reading on. I will be getting into your reading starting off with the first group, which corresponds to the Squid Cake Tarot deck. So if this is the group that you chose, simply keep watching. And to my other 3 gorgeous groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Welcome, my gorgeous soul of group number 1 to your tarot card reading. You chose the Squid Cake Tarot deck to guide you through your singles love life prediction. We're going to get straight into this, and I just want to warn you, these readings are going to be insightful, to the point, and very accurate, and that's why we're reading straight into the 2 cards that pop themselves right side up as I began shuffling the deck of your choice. Now, the Tower and the 2 of Swords shows that if you don't make a decision about your love life, the universe will make a decision for you. You've got to decide if you want to be married, if you want to be in a long-term relationship, what you're going to tolerate, and what your standard is. I see here within the Tower that what comes next for your love life is a huge change in your thinking. It's a huge change in your mindset, where I see in the 2 of Swords you have decided to no longer accept less. You're no longer accepting situationships. You're no longer accepting a type of love life that you don't want. As I see in the 4 of the batons, which is the 4 of the element of fire, that you have decided that you want a stable relationship, home life, family life, and marriage. You're not going to be settling for less, not for yourself, not for your future generations, or any pets that are in your life. I see here in the 4 of batons that you're leaving behind this thought that you're asking for too much, and you're feeling confident in your love life. That's what's happening next. Within the 10 of batons, I see that you are actually tired of how you used to be treated. And the past you, the old version of you, thought maybe this is just what your destiny would be. But in the Tower, that is all crumbling, that is all falling apart. As you can see here within the Tower, we have this kind of breaking out of a tower that you were caught in, that you felt you couldn't escape, but you're realizing it was all in your mind to decide that you are worth more, you deserve more, and you're not going to settle for any less than what it is that you want for love. And that is changing everything. That's changing changing your destiny. That's changing your fate. That is changing your entire love story. And what that's going to lead to is you winning. Group number 1, sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Don't spend everything at once either. You're going to end up in a winning relationship where over the long term, the course of your entire relationship and marriage, you're going to be winning. So this is the typical story of building a life of abundance with another person. So you might end up with a partner where at the beginning, they're doing well, but perhaps they're not yet living in a huge mansion. They don't have all the fanciest cars yet. But you're going to be winning for the long term. You're going to build with them. You're going to create legacy, and you're going to create true wealth. And that comes by also gaining power. You're a very powerful person. And once you are in a romantic relationship with another human being, they experience what it's like to gain more power. You have the power to take control of your life, your career, your finances, and your love. The universe is saying focus on your needs and stop being so overly understanding. I know you want to be a good person, group number 1. You're not going to be any less of a good person by actually becoming the center of your partner's life, because you are meant to be with someone who's a winner, someone who's very powerful, and someone who actually the only person that controls them is you. So think of a CEO, think of someone who employs thousands of people. They don't listen to anyone, right? They don't have to clock in. But the person that they do listen to is you, group number 1. Now, next up, within wellness, the universe is saying to you, if you want the most amazing love life, focus on your body being nourished, join a gym, regain your strength, live a healthier lifestyle. Group 1, have you fallen off of your healthy lifestyle? Do you not feel super confident about your body? Does a part of you feel like you should do better physically and also mentally? Because physically, being active and in shape makes you mentally feel really good too. In wellness, we have you lifting weights, so don't forget how important that is. And joining a gym, it might be intimidating. It might feel like it's not a very spiritual place to be, but it's kind of very vain. But remember, taking care of your body isn't just about vanity. It is about how you feel. The better you feel, the more powerful you are, and the more you'll end up winning, especially when it comes to your romantic life. This reading is all about your love life. You will end up winning by being with someone, married to someone, having a family with someone who is in abundance. We've got next the message of the helping hand. Now, this oracle is all about the universe telling you it's okay to ask for help. And that is just going to make you even more likely to meet the perfect person for you. When you do everything by yourself, you kind of go into hermit mode. But when you put yourself out there, you're not afraid to ask for help at your job, at the gym even. If you're in a gym and you don't know how to use some of the machines, if you're at a cafe and you're not sure what to order, being open and just asking for help, advice, and support, the universe is saying to you, that's how you will most likely meet your person far more quickly than if you seem like you are so hyper independent. Remember, nobody can handle it all. You having a romantic partner means that you will allow them to help you. And the universe is saying, allow them to help you financially in the earthly realm, in the material realm. Build something meaningful with them. Stop feeling like you asking for help takes away from your independence. We all know you're capable. We all know you're super independent, but it's important that you also allow for others to help you in ways that get you to being more successful romantically, physically, in a material way faster. Why, for example, figure out how to use everything in the gym by yourself and make mistakes or even risk injuring yourself or hurting yourself when you could just ask someone, strike up a conversation with that cute person, and who knows where that might lead. That might just be the person you are destined to be with. Now, within the moon, you intuitively know what you deserve when it comes to your love life. You know what type of person you really want to be with. And the universe is saying to you, stop shaming yourself or downplaying your needs. Stop feeling like your needs are too much, or like you're asking for too much, because you're not, group number 1. Actually, you are asking for exactly what it is that you know that you deserve. The moon is that symbol of you feeling in your gut also when someone is good for you and when someone isn't. The universe is telling you, you remember all of those times in which you thought that you had the perfect person by your side, but actually something within you already knew it wouldn't last. Something within you already knew that you deserved far better than what you received at that point. And listening to your gut feeling sooner is going to help you to not go through unnecessary heartbreaks and heartaches. And that's exactly what the universe is trying to tell you to do now, next. Listen to yourself, trust yourself, and go to places where you know successful, winning individuals hang out. Dress amazingly well. And within the devil, don't be afraid to seduce. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to wear the most revealing pieces of clothing, or that you're going to seem desperate or come off as someone who desperately seeks attention by how you're dressing, or being provocative, or going up to every single person and talking to them. This is more subtle. This is the confidence that you have, the way your hips kind of gently sway when you feel good in your body because you've been eating well, you've been working out, and you have been putting in the effort to feel and look good, and you know you're at your best. You've done your hair. If you wear makeup, you've done your makeup. You have been taking care of your skin. That confidence makes you very irresistible. And within the devil, I see that for you, your singles love prediction is all about realizing who is in love and who is in lust. Because you are very attractive, that can make a lot of people also feel very lustful about you. Next up, within the King of Cups, this is who you're attracting. As someone who is extremely physically attractive and makes others think in a lustful way very easily, the King of Cups is who you're meant to be with. The King of Cups is the king of the element of water. So think Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian. This is an older person, someone with masculine energy. And by older, I mean they're older than you. They're experienced. They know what they want from life. And because of that, they don't play games. And because they're more experienced, they can differentiate between love and lust. They are not the type of person who just wants to be with you for fun. They are exactly 5 years older than you. They're very successful. The universe is confirming the number 5, and you are going to meet this person when you're feeling good, seductive, and when everybody else is afraid to chat you up because they're afraid of being rejected by you. That is when your King of Cups is going to approach you. And I want us to figure out more details for you, group number 1, so we can delve even more deeply into your singles love prediction and exactly all the things that are coming towards you romantically speaking. So moving more deeply into it, in the lemon, drink lemon water every morning, especially with warm water. That is actually scientifically proven to help cleanse your system, support a healthy digestion, and just make you feel overall cleansed and better. Keeping lemons around your home will cleanse the space and allow for your person to enter your life. Because if you have been feeling super blocked in love, that could be because actually you just need to cleanse your space. There has just been too much stagnant energy and too much unwanted energy around you that now needs to be gotten rid of. And in the time, seasoning your food with thyme is another great way to get in the love zone. There are different ingredients, different fruit, different types of plants and plant medicine, different type of herbs that can step you into that loving energy and the energy of actually being in love. And thyme is one of them, as it encourages you to be more courageous and also gives potential suitors more courage to approach you and to come closer to you without that fear of being rejected or of you telling them that actually you're already taken, and they might seem nice, but they're gonna have to take a back seat. So within the time, you do come off as someone who's already taken, and that at times is something that makes others afraid to approach you. We've got 2 more messages that pop themselves right into your reading, but don't worry, we still have so much to uncover for you, group 1. Now we've got innocence and the healer. You are someone who has this air of innocence. Perhaps you even have a baby face in combination of like an RBF, a resting bee face, which is what confuses people, because on one hand you do seem very approachable, and then on the other hand you seem like someone who might reject them very easily. In innocence, the universe is saying to you, take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonderment. Have fun, don't be afraid, put yourself out there. Try new hobbies, and don't forget, you'll always suck at new hobbies at the beginning. And again, that's the best time if you join, for example, a hobby that has to do with horses, that has to do with bike riding, that has to do with cooking. Whatever it is that you love doing, it's a great excuse to get into conversation with another person if you don't know what you're doing and you ask for help. You are also a healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities and stay true to your path as a healer. You're the type of person who has this super calming, comforting, and healing energy, which makes people want to be around you, especially romantic partners as well. They want to be around you because they feel so comfortable with you, and because people around you, they feel like after an interaction with you, after an evening with you, they're healed. They're a different person. They feel more light, they feel more excited about life, they feel more hope. And that is what makes you extremely special, and why it is so important that you give the gift of your presence only to that special person that truly deserves it. Now, group number 1, we are just at the start of your reading, and we're going to get even more deeply into it. As per usual, you don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do a single thing. Just continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy your reading. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section if you claim your reading and also which group that you belong to, because only that way will you have the most powerful, energetic exchange and activation of your reading. So claim it below in the comment section, and I will clear and cleanse the space and be right back to guide you even more deeply into your singles love prediction. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 1. Welcome back to your singles love reading. Let's delve even more deeply into this to figure out exactly what it is that's coming towards your love life. We've got a card that popped itself right side up as I was shuffling, and that is the 6 of Pentacles. The universe wants you to know that your kindness, your charity, your generosity will be rewarded in your love life. You've always been extremely nurturing, extremely caring, and extremely giving. And in the past, you might have thought to yourself that this was used, that some people took you for granted very quickly, and now you are finding the balance between being kind, generous, and giving, but also expecting the same in return and receiving the same in return and walking away when that isn't the case. The 6 of Pentacles, in correlation to you receiving the King of Cups earlier in your reading, is that sign that you're meant to be with someone who is emotionally intelligent enough to understand the give and take of a romantic relationship that works in the long term. Within judgment, this is what the universe needs to call you out on. You judge yourself super harshly. You're the kind of person who does so much self-reflection, so much inner work, that sometimes you need to be told to relax, to remind yourself you are the 1% that has done so much inner work and so much deep reflection. Not many people will be able to catch up with you or will be able to even compare to you. So stop constantly feeling like you have to do more, you have to be more perfect, you have to be more, insert whatever it is that you feel is not quite there yet. You have already arrived at a place where you make for an amazing partner, an amazing spouse, a great parent as well. So the Judgment card is here to remind you, in connectivity to the 6 of Pentacles, how caring and giving and kind that you are, that you've always been, how much you've always done for other people, and to take a little bit of a chill pill on being so hard on yourself constantly. Now, within the Page of Pentacles, I can see here you've got this desire this willpower to do better for yourself. And the Page of Pentacles also shows that in your love life, it's time for you to do better than your parents. Now, the universe knows here in the Page of Pentacles that when it comes to the realm of Pentacles, so everything earthly, everything tangible, everything that you can touch and feel, everything that is finite, your parents did the best that they could with their resources. And there is a bit of judgment here from your end on how they did it. But in the Page of Pentacles, I do see here that you and the person you're meant to end up with, any offspring that you might have, the connection you are building with your kids, the legacy that you are building with them is just so much greater and deeper and healthier than what you had. And that's not to judge your parents or their parents, because they are basically just a product of their environment, of their parents' traumas. You're not judging them, but you know that it's time for you to just do better. Next up, within the Two of Pentacles, we've got balance, we've got adaptation, we've got a lot of duality going on for you. Now, the Two of Pentacles is a symbol and a sign of you finding balance between your career and your private life. That's something that you've always wondered how you're going to do it, how it's going to work out, and whether you'll be able to also balance the masculine and the feminine energies in your relationship. In a romantic relationship, some polarity is necessary for the spark to remain. It doesn't matter who the people in a relationship identify as, whether it's a man and a woman, whether it's two men, two women, two people who identify as whomever they want. You know that my readings are open to anyone's preferences. But what you do need within your relationship is something that keeps it mysterious, fun, that creates attraction. And often that's opposites, whether that is having opposite interests, coming from different backgrounds, wanting different things in life and having different hobbies, not in a way that clashes, but in a way that creates this kind of like tension that is really attractive and where you keep mystery. So remember, here in the Two of Pentacles, having your own career and being independent is something that makes you very, very attractive. And within the Ace of Swords, your intelligence is what draws in romantic partners the most. You are someone who is very focused. You are someone who, once they set their mind to something, you do it. Some might even say you're a little stubborn, you're a little single-minded. If you have strong Taurus placements in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio even, you know that that is one thing that your partner will have to learn to deal with. They will have to learn how to speak to you in a way that you're receptive, how to communicate in a way that is healthy, but still brings the point across in a mature manner. And the thing here with you also, Group 1, is that you have breakthroughs on like a weekly basis. You're someone who always has these billion-dollar ideas, and being with someone who helps you follow through on your dreams is the best combination. And I see here in the lapis lazuli, once you've decided on your next romantic partner, which it will be a strong yes, you will make that decision with so much clarity, with just so much of a sense of calm, because you know you've made the right choice. I do want you to know here in the lapis lazuli, once you've made that decision, everything is just going to work out beautifully. So it's really just about you meeting the right one, then deciding on a strong yes, being together, moving in with them, spending as much time as you can, creating the teamwork, the team effort. And that is going to help you in order to have more time for your dreams, because they're the type of person who will help you reach your dreams. Now, your singles love reading isn't just about meeting that soulmate and then that's it, you'll live happily ever after. This is more nuanced. In the Ocean Jasper, the universe is saying to you, you might think you'll have less time once you've got a partner, a family, things to take care of, a home to take care of, perhaps even businesses and assets together. But the opposite is true. Guess what? Here within the Ocean Jasper, being with your person is going to help you to make more time for yourself, to schedule yourself in a lot more frequently, to give yourself the time to actually build the type of life that you want, because they're going to encourage that. They don't like seeing you tired. They don't like seeing you worked down to the bone. They don't like seeing you worried. So they want to create a life with you that's so stable that you never have to worry again. And taking action is the #1 thing in your relationship. You'll notice that your soulmate's biggest bonus and positive trait is that they take action. When they say they want to plan a date with you, they'll take action and plan the date. If they say that they want to move forward with getting married, with starting a family, that's exactly the kind of action they're going to start taking with you. They want to be a team. They make decisions quickly. Once they make a choice, they follow through on it, and they want you to always have time for yourself. Self-care, face masks, hair masks, going to spas, getting massages, going on vacations. That is what's meant to happen in your future relationship with the person that you'll end up with long term. And it's time that you get ready for this, group number one. You can already start practicing by making yourself important enough to actually do self-care on a daily or weekly basis, whichever you're able to fit in. Daily can look a little something like journaling, reading, meditating, taking time to wear clothes that make you feel confident. I see here within the white Newman, again, the strong-mindedness and moving forward very quickly is what's happening from here on out after you've received this reading. It's like you've got confirmation that you are lovable. There's nothing wrong with you. There is someone out here who wants to be with you exactly as you are, and who really values actually how strong-minded and driven that you are, how you have emotional intelligence, but at the same time you are very logical as well. And in the Three of Pentacles, I see that they want to start more than a relationship with you. They want to create a business, a legacy, and kind of like long-term growth of wealth with you as well in the material realm. So you are meant to be in a very multifaceted type of relationship. Until you are with someone who is actually talking about these things, following through on these things, group number one, consider yourself single, because the universe is saying to you here within your reading, the person that you're meant to be with is someone who plans long term, who has bigger plans than just the next date night, but who actually wants to create something that will last for generations to come. So it's like breaking generational boundaries, curses that you have both dealt with, and actually becoming better versions of yourself through being together. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number one, I'm going to clear and cleanse a space, and we'll delve even more deeply into your reading for more details on them, your relationship with them, how and when you're going to meet them, even things such as zodiac sign placements, whatever the universe desires to share with us today, we will get into. As I already mentioned to you, this is a highly personalized, accurate, and very detailed reading. So continue to simply relax, lean back, enjoy this reading. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss another reading and you want to support my channel. Continue to relax, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into your love reading. Welcome back, my beautiful soul of group number one. So let's move even more deeply into your singles love reading. We've clearly got some messages that needed to speak right at the start, which is the moon as well as the third house. Now, the third house is the house of communication. This is the house that also rules Gemini. In case you didn't know this, group number one, astrology divides life experiences into 12 houses, and each one of those represent a distinct area of the human experience. So every single zodiac sign describes how the energy expresses itself, and the houses reveal where it manifests in your life. So for example, the third house is the house of communication, of thinking, speaking, writing, your siblings, neighbors, also taking short trips, and also learning more about your own style and being super curious. And I want you to know this naturally correlates to the zodiac sign of Gemini, and you are going to meet your person through communication and being curious, so most likely at a social event. It's not going to be very far from home or from where you're currently calling home, because the third house is, as already mentioned, your house of siblings, neighbors, taking short trips. So your soulmate isn't someone who's on the other side of the planet. Your soulmate is closer than you might think. Your future wife, husband, your future spouse. I see here within the moon that they're someone who is perceived as extremely intelligent by other people, and a lot of people are afraid to approach them because they think that your spouse is someone who wouldn't take an interest in them anyways. So your spouse is pedestalized. Your future partner is someone who gives a lot of speeches and talks, asking them for help or to explain a concept that they're very well versed in more deeply. Now that is where you're going to start talking to them in a way that the connection will begin to build. Going to one of their talks and presentations, they might work in a lab, be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, an entrepreneur, someone of high social status and high income, and asking them how they got there. That is what is going to actually open them up to you and realize, wow, I really like this person. Now, group number one, within the square, I need you to know that they will love to tell you about the story, how they started from nothing and they created everything that you can see now. They love communicating about the tension, the challenges that they went through, and what it took to become whom they are today. They love telling you the story of how they started small and then made it big, how they started with nothing and now they've got everything. And they like to inspire other people to believe in themselves in that way as well, because your future partner has come from a background of poverty and of never having what they really needed, and they work their way up. They're the first in their generation and in their lineage to get to this point. And in Uranus, they are that change maker. They are the one who has completely changed where their family's lineage has gone. They are the first one to break these generational curses. Uranus is the planet of change. It is the planet. And Uranus gives you breakthroughs. And when you have breakthroughs and huge ideas for business, for success, that is when all of a sudden you've got freedom, innovation, independence, and technology that creates a huge pattern change. So think Steve Jobs, think Elon Musk, think Bill Gates. Think one of these people who have accomplished so much to not only change their lives and be extremely successful in their own right, but also change the lives of a lot of other people. You're meant to be with a visionary, someone who is like very awakened as well. And within Uranus, which actually rules Aquarius, they are someone who has got strong Aquarius placements, either with Uranus in their third house, as we've got here, the house of communication, and within their moon and rising sign. Now, they're someone who's extremely successful, and this relationship will be a smashing success. The universe has confirmed this within your reading, group number one. As you can see within the next message we have received, you are going to also see how successful they are. I see that here in connectivity to the moon. And that's going to make you think, wow, this is someone that I can see myself being with, because being around someone this successful is truly inspiring for you. The situation will improve for you because being around someone who's successful will automatically also make you more successful. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and your situation will improve. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number one, if right now you feel like you're struggling to be as successful as you can be, just know that your next romantic relationship, your forever person, is someone who will help you to become more successful just by being around them. You're going to pick so much of their character traits up, so much of how they do business. They're going to teach you how to become really successful. And this doesn't even have to apply to having your own business, because traits of success work for 9-to-5s. They work for your own business. They work for even being someone who stays at home and has other things that they're interested in at that very moment, like raising children, perhaps taking care of your mental health. Just because your person is successful and gives you the possibility of staying home and not having to clock in and go to work somewhere doesn't mean that you will be left high and dry should anything ever happen to this relationship. Nothing is going to happen to this relationship. It is filled with success. And they're also going to help you to build the type of financial assets and material like fort around you that no matter what happens between you and them, no matter what happens happens to them, if they are in a place where they're older than you, no matter what happens to them, you are set for life. You are set for the long term, and you're going to be just fine. They value you and what you're building with them, the family you're creating with them, so deeply that they would never ever want to risk you being unstable even for a single day. And what this does here in the geranium is it causes so much healing for you, group number one. There being someone whose parents split up or got divorced, and seeing how nasty that can get, even losing a parent, someone close to you, seeing what that can do, having close friends around you who have been through that, having someone in your life that is the complete opposite of what you saw the dark side of, is going to help you completely change how you see love and any fears that you had about love being dangerous or not working out. Your love life is going to be so grounding, so healing, so fulfilling, that now as a single, you're ready to step into this type of love life because you've done so much healing work yourself. You're only going to pick someone who is healing, who's grounded, and who has good intentions with you and any future family that they might want to create with you. So this is a relationship that is grounding, that is healing, that's filled with success, that will only make you better. The only type of tension or challenges that are being discussed in this relationship is the story of how the person you are meant to end up with started out and how they became the huge success that they are today. They love speaking about that. They love sharing their journey, and they're inspiring you in that way too. Now, group number one, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space for you and be right back to delve even more deeply into your reading. As per usual, you don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. Continue to relax and enjoy your prediction. Hello, my beautiful soul of group number one. Welcome back. Now let's delve even more deeply into your singles love reading and see exactly what it is that the universe needs you to know right now. We've got the Four of Acorns. The universe needs you to know that your love life is going to bring you comfort and community. The Four of Acorns is that sign that you'll build a family, you'll be part of a thriving community, and your relationship is going to help support that. So you and your future partner are going to be doing a lot of philanthropic work. You're going to be creating more stability in your community, and you will have a comfortable life. As in numerology, the number 4 is a number of stability. Next up, we've got the Strength card. Now, the Strength card in the tarot corresponds to the number 8, which in numerology is a number of abundance and having more than what you need. So this is a number of courage, of endurance. The Strength card shows the elephant, which is another symbol of wisdom and of you being enduring enough to actually end up with the one. The thing that the universe wants to say to you is that a lot of people, they actually settle. They're not with whom they're supposed to be with. They have settled in their relationships, in their marriages, in their partnerships, and they know this deep down within. And you're not the type to do that. So for you, it's going to take slightly longer to find the right one than for others, but it only seems like it's taking longer. There are marriages around you where people are wishing they could take a way out. And if they could take an easy route out, they would do it tomorrow. And you're just not supposed to be one of those people, group number 1. So that's why it is taking this time. And we've got the King of Shells next, which is the King of Cups in the traditional tarot, which already showed up earlier in your reading. And the universe was saying to you, the King of Cups or the King of Shells, both are the same cards, just from different tarot decks. This is your person, someone who loves and wants harmony, someone with water sign placements, so Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer placements in their big 3, in their sun, moon, and rising. This is someone in the King of Shells whom you can trust, and who is courageous, who has the endurance to actually be in a long-term relationship, someone who has learned from past mistakes and past relationships, and they're very successful. They're tall, so when they enter a room, they are bigger than most people in that room. On average, they are taller than the other people in the room. I see that in the Strength card and the Four of Acorns. They're built in a very kind of solid way. Not that they're overweight, but they're definitely someone who has a very respectable stature. And the King of Shells with the seahorse shows that despite the fact that they might have some views that could seem traditional, they're also extremely forward thinking, and they're extremely non-traditional in a lot of ways too. As just with the seahorse, the male seahorse carries out the pregnancy, which is very non-traditional. I want you to know the universe is saying to you, you make your own rules with your person. They're not a rigid person. They're not so conservative that you can't have discussions with them or actually grow together. Quite the opposite. The Knight of Acorns is a sign of you taking action. Your drive is what attracts them most to you, and the fact that when you say that you'll do something, when you tell them you'll show up, or when you tell them you'll be there for them, you actually do it. I can see within your reading in the Knight of Acorns that your relationship, once it begins, it's going to move forward really quickly. Like your romantic life is going to change super, super quickly and swiftly. And this is not something that you're going to expect to happen. But the Knight of Acorns is that sign that actually it's coming towards you more rapidly than you expected. And spending quality time together, that is a huge love language. And listening and talking to each other, having these words of affirmation, and the person that you're with actually following through on what they said that they were going to do, that's a huge one for you. And your person is going to be just that. They're going to be reliable. They're going to be someone that loves spending quality time with you, who loves to listen to you, to have deep conversations and talk till late at night, early in the morning, and just spend time with you, cuddling, kissing, making out, and just deepening the crush that they have on you. And they love to listen to your stories from your childhood, of all of the things that you love, the adventures that you've been on, and they love to do things for you too. So acts of service is another love language that they will display a lot for you. Doing something for you, giving attention to you in ways that you only receive that attention, nobody else. They're super caring. They're someone who is extremely giving in that sense. Doing things for you means that they'll come home with flowers, they'll come home with your favorite foods, your favorite snacks. They're always going to ask how they can actually show up for you physically. Not just saying that they're going to do something, but actually doing it, following through on it, asking you if there's any way that they can support you, like helping you with a job task, helping you with something around the house, even purchasing you something that you've been eyeing up for a long time and you've been wanting to have. They are the type of person who will be doing this for you constantly. There will be a flow in your relationship of them providing these love languages and never hesitating with you. The universe is saying to you, find an easier path forward right now and surrender to the outcome. Release any type of expectations that you might have, and instead just go with the flow. Go with the flow with your love life, because that will create the type of love life that is ideal for you. In your head, you might already have a picture of what you think your person looks like, the work that they do, who they are, but trust me, the reality that you're meant to have is supposed to be even better. Next up, within friendship, seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. The universe is reminding you of the importance of friendship, the importance of having people close to you that you can rely on, that you can count on, friends that you can bond with. And I see here within friendship that seeking out your soul family is so deeply important, because having this person that you can rely on, that you can truly kind of spend time with without being judged, and always having strong friendships, even though you might be in a relationship, that is going to always be that reminder to yourself and to your partner that you have a life outside of the relationship. The relationship might be amazing. The relationship might be a huge part of your life, but you're never 100% emotionally, financially, physically, mentally dependent on it. You're in a space right now where you're ready to be in a relationship. You are in a space right now mentally where you're an amazing partner, and making sure that you still keep your friendships going is important. So it always shows that you value yourself, you value your friends, and that the social connections that you have still remain part of what makes your relationship so good, because you'll always have so much to talk about with the person that you're with. Now, let's move more deeply into your reading. We've got love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Neither will your love in your relationship, group 1. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. That's exactly what the universe can see is happening for you. Your love life, your relationship, your marriage is meant to endure. It's meant to never have you lose faith, and love is hopeful and it will withstand every situation. Your love is one that is going to endure for a lifetime, that is going to be there forever, that is going to constantly be this safe space, this place that you can come to actually relax and to know that regardless of what happens, you'll figure it out with your person. And next we've got master number 22, the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Right now, the universe is preparing you in more ways than one for this perfect relationship of yours. And there is more than meets the eye going on right now behind the scenes. There is more going on than you are even aware of. And I just want you to know here in the heart of the matter, group number 1, that you get to relax, lean back. The universe is doing all the heavy lifting and the hard work of your romantic life, being ready for you to have that best relationship ever, rather than going through numerous friendships, situationships, or just neither here nor there relationships. There's a lot more going on than meets the eye when you're healing, when you're working on yourself, and when you're growing as a person. And you are skipping over meaningless relationships or short-term relationships, catapulting yourself immediately to your next significant other and to your soulmate. The universe is confirming to you through your reading, you're on the right path. You're doing everything that you should be doing to have the best possible result for your love life. Keep going and being true to yourself, and never make yourself smaller regardless of what type of room that you enter, because your spark, your confidence, and your courage, now that is your most attractive trait that will get your person, the King of Shells, the King of Cups, to come up to you and talk to you and spark that instant connection when you ask them all of the questions about what they've been through to become this successful. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number 1, this is the reading that I received for you. I trust that you found it insightful and that it resonated. If you watched your reading all the way to the end, make sure you claim it below in the comment section. And also you can check out all of my decks, my tarot and oracle decks that I've self-published below in the description box. And if you are a spiritual business owner, check out Psychic CEO, as I do tarot card readings that are very career and business focused within there. It's our private community with all of my manifestation masterclasses on how you can become the psychic CEO of your life. My gorgeous soul of group number 1, you can find everything linked below in the description box. And if there's just one thing you take from this reading, then that is to continue to trust yourself and to embrace who you are. I'm sending you so much love, group number 1, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose my Pastel Journey Tarot deck in order to help guide you during your singles love prediction. Let's get straight into it so we can figure out exactly what's coming towards your love life. This is a timeless tarot card reading, so whenever you tune into this, it's the perfect time for you to receive these messages from the universe about your love life. Now let's get into it. First and foremost, we've got the Star. Now group number 2, in case nobody told you this today or this week yet, you are a star, and because of that, you will only match long-term in love with someone who is confident, with someone who knows who they are, or with someone who is a star themselves. Anyone who does not have the confidence, who does not have the success, is not going to be compatible with you. Now within the Star, I need you to know here, my gorgeous soul of group number 2, this is instant confirmation of who you are are and why previously you have not yet found your forever soulmate and twin flame. Moving more deeply into it, in the Eight of Pentacles, you will always be working very hard on your calling and on your path in life that is destined for just you. As a star, you are someone who shines when you enter a room. People's heads turn and people immediately notice you and your energy. Energy doesn't lie, energy can't be faked, and the Eight of Pentacles is the eight of the element of earth, as the suit of pentacles corresponds to the element of earth in everything material. Now, do know here within the Eight of Pentacles, you will continue to build a very big career and a lot of notoriety, a lot of fame, a lot of influence. As we already figured out within the star, the universe is saying to you, because of this, you need someone who is solid, and the universe has someone for you. We've got the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is the knight of the element of water. So this is Pisces, Cancerian, as well as Scorpio energy. The Knight of Cups is a person who is around your age biologically, but mentally, they're extremely emotionally intelligent, and they know what you need and what you want before you've even said it. Now, within the Knight of Cups, you've got someone that is looking out for you and who would never leave you in the dark about feelings, about dates, about where the relationship is going. They're very straightforward. And the Princess of Swords is that sign that when it comes to your biggest strengths, it's communication, it's your intelligence. But there is also some masculine energy here in the Princess of Swords that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis because you're driven, because you're independent. That means that you're someone who doesn't ask for permission. You're pretty strong-minded. And this is something that softens when you're with the right person, because you can just let yourself relax and lean back and enjoy and trust that you are in safe hands. Within the Death card, don't panic, group number 2. This isn't a negative card whatsoever. This does not mean anything scary. The Death card means that you're going through a profound transformation. This is happening upon meeting your soulmate and the one. The Death card is all about you getting to a point where you know it's time to leave the old you behind and to transform into the new. Now, within the Death card, we do have the symbol of you taking the leap of faith, of trusting that you are on the right path, and that everyone that you've been seeing before, every relationship, situationship, or even previous marriage or long-term relationship was meant to shape you into who you are now, so you can find your perfect match. Now, that doesn't mean that things failed. Actually, sometimes you are just trained and you are just pushed through different eras with different people to make you ready for your long-term forever relationship. And that is what the universe is saying here within the Death card. You're soon going to experience a huge transformation where the old is left behind completely. All of your exes are going to be in the blocked list. You're not going to be talking to them. You're not going to be letting any of them back into your life, and you're fully focused on the future. This is definitely the death of the old you. Now, next we've got the Star again. The universe is confirming in a completely different tarot deck, again, as the very first card that you've received, the very first major arcana tarot card being the Star. You are receiving a reiteration of how much of a star that you are. This is the universe confirming, reaffirming to you. If you thought that this reading was over the top, telling you that you're a star and that you're amazing, this is confirmation again of how serious this is, how seriously this is embedded in your DNA, and how much also here within the Death card, you have to leave your old thoughts that aren't supporting you behind. You are meant to be a star. You are meant to be famous in your own right. And here within the Hermit, one of the reasons why you may not have always felt this way is because Hermit mode means that you go into your shell, you do your own thing, and you've possibly even gone through some bullying and through some tough times socially that made you feel inadequate, and like you didn't really have the friend circle that you wanted. You didn't really have people around you, like the squad, the friend group of so many friends that loved you, that invited you to so many things. You spent a lot of time alone and feeling alone. And within the Six of Coins, this has made you someone who's really caring, really emotionally intelligent, someone who wants to stand up for others who can't stand up for themselves. You're very passionate about human rights and animal rights as well. And you are just always to be trusted also with finances. That's what the Six of Coins represents. Anything in the material realm, anything that's tangible, you are 100% trustworthy with it, because you are someone whom anyone can give any amount of material things and you will keep it safe for them and give it back to them in even better condition, or with even more than how it started, than what they originally gave to you. So within the Hermit, you have definitely had your hiding mode, your mode of like feeling like you're too much, like a lot of people are intimidated, or like your energy is so big that it's making others feel uncomfortable. And I want you to know here, my gorgeous soul of group number 2, that realizing only those who want to keep you small will feel uncomfortable or will be threatened by you means that you free yourself from feeling like you have to make yourself small to fit in with them. You don't have to do that whatsoever. And the only thing you've got to do is remain true to yourself and play big in this life. You've only got one life to live. Make the most of it. Enjoy it fully, wholly, completely, and without any regrets whatsoever. Remember, you usually don't regret the things that you went out and did and took chances on. You usually regret the things that you were too shy or afraid to do, or that you told yourself were too big, or that you couldn't accomplish. But you can do anything that you put your mind towards, group 2. In the Dahlia, what is going to lead you to your forever relationship is just that last little bit of refinement. Refining your wardrobe, refining where you spend time, and even going to social circles of a really beautiful space and high status. So anything that is bordering on high society, where you are participating in hobbies and recreational habits that have a lot of people who are refined in those circles and doing those same things, and then meeting your person in that way is what the universe is saying to you is your destiny. Refinement, being around refined people and refined situations, because you are a very elegant person. You might not have been born into generational wealth, but that doesn't mean that you're not the one creating it. As here within the Peppermint, the universe is seeing only success for you. Success romantically in the earthly realm, success, abundance, and professionally thriving and kind of accomplishing heights that you yourself didn't even expect, and that make you feel like, wow, I was really destined for more. It wasn't just a gut feeling that wasn't backed up by anything. I knew my intuition from when I was a kid wasn't wrong. I knew I was always special. That's what the universe is confirming to you is going to be crystal clear, and your partner is going to think the same. Next up, we've got Honesty is Essential, number 38. Speak with love and truth. The universe is saying to you, always be honest, even if it's uncomfortable. Your forever relationship is based on honesty and is also based on you being vulnerable, because you seem so successful, and you are so successful on the outside, and so independent, so strong-willed, and you seem like you don't really need a partner. That means that it's even more important for you to tell the truth, to speak with love, to be vulnerable, because that shows that you are human and that you do value a romantic connection. And in number 46, spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. That will be your go-to. That will be what strengthens your romantic relationship the very most. Being able to spend quality time with your person, and also physical intimacy, really important for you as well. Group number 2, listening, talking, just being with one another. That is the most important love language that you will experience romantically, and that is also what is going to keep your relationship and the bond really strong. Within the Four of Wands, you will be building a home. You will be building your dream house from the ground up with your person. The Four of Wands is numerologically a card of stability. This shows that you will have a home. You'll be so excited to be in that home with them, and you will feel like this is the best thing that could have ever happened to you, and like you're finally living that stable dream life, and like you own this piece of land, you own these four walls, you own your dream home. I'm getting a lot of glass as well, a lot of glass doors. The King of Swords is the king of the element of air. Communication, again, it's key, it's important, it must happen. Within the King of Swords, you will be found in a space of like intellectually, you're just on such a higher level. You'll be doing lots of retreats and also lots of courses with the person that is your soulmate, with your forever lover, because you're both very intelligent and intellectually you like to keep growing. And in justice, your person is someone who works in either the law, like they are a lawyer, they are a solicitor, they are someone who works in a lab, even a scientist, someone who works with numbers, as I see here in the King of Swords, as well as justice and the Knight of Cups. They have that mixture between being very book smart, being very intelligent on that mathematical plane, but also emotionally doing so much for you, far more than anyone else, because they themselves were always a bit of a nerd, a bit of a hermit before they became successful, and people all of a sudden wanted to be with them, be close to them. That all came with the fame, the fortune, and the success that your person acquired over the past couple of years. Now, group number 2, this is just the start of your love reading. We're going to delve even more deeply into it. As per usual, you don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. What you can do is simply claim your reading in the comment section by just typing out I claim it and which group you belong to. And I am going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back for us to delve even more deeply into your reading. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. Now let's delve even more deeply into your singles love reading to figure out everything that the universe needs you to know about your love life. First and foremost, the universe needs you to understand it's up to you. Much of your love life is 100% in your hands. It is within your power and your control, and you are meant to know that more is up to you than you were actually aware of. With things in your love life being up to you, that means you're powerful. That means that you decide how your love life plays out and where your love life goes. It's completely up to you how your love life continues and what happens in romance. Now, the universe is also saying in Ask for Help from Others to not be afraid to ask for help, especially when you are in a state of being single. Sometimes asking for help, for example, at the counter of a grocery store because something is really heavy to lift off of your cart and put onto the band. Perhaps asking for help when you're struggling with something with your car, you need some legal advice, and you're asking a friend if they know anyone who could help you, if they know a mechanic, if they know someone who is just an expert at what it is that you need help in. That can lead you to finding your soulmate more quickly than just leaning back and not waiting for them to find you could ever do, because love is a mutual effort, and it's all about you putting yourself out there, putting yourself in situations where love can find you. Next up, the universe is confirming to you that romance is part of your path. A romantic relationship is meant to be yours, so you're meant to be with someone who's romantic, who gives you a lot of attention, where romance is at the forefront of the relationship and you feel really taken care of by your partner, romantically speaking. You are meant to be in a relationship where they surprise you, where they do romantic gestures on a daily basis, where romance and things such as Valentine's Day and your birthday feel like national holidays in your relationship, and romance is what will keep the spark going. Now, the universe is also saying to you, do not feel like it's too much to ask. Stop saying no so much to this feeling like, oh, it's out of reach, it's too much, I'm asking for something that is so big. You're not, group number 2. Romance should be part of any healthy romantic relationship, and it's clearly going to be part of yours. Now, the universe is saying to you, stop allowing for negative, unwanted, or unhelpful thoughts to creep into your mind about your love life. You simply don't need that. The grape is confirmation that your love life is filled with abundance and that you have an abundance of love and opportunities to be loved. You have an abundance of suitors, of people who are interested in you and who find you attractive enough for them to want to say, you know what, let me go up to this person and chat them up. Let me ask them for their number. Let me try to go out on a date with this individual. And I see here within the P that communication is key. The universe is trying to say to you, stop overthinking communication and simply look at who communicates and who doesn't. Communication isn't about being perfect. It's not about these big, grand gestures. It's about being actually in a space where communication happens steadily, it happens reliably. You're not constantly asking yourself where you stand with the person that you're romantically interested in. So the universe is saying to you, communication happens easily. Don't overthink that, and it happens in abundance in correlation to the grape. Now, within the sweet corn, a very important vegetable for you to indulge in order to create more of this love energy in your life. Don't be afraid to have your own little rituals every single day that make you confident, that make you feel good, that make you feel relaxed as well. Rituals are important, and communicate those to your loved ones. Also to create boundaries so that they know, for example, you're putting your phone away, you're not going to be on social media all the time. I see here within the stock that maintaining focus for the things that you are very inspired by and the things that you feel really passionate about, that is what's going to lead to the love life of your desires, because the person that you will end up with is someone who feels a lot of respect for the fact that you never just centered only romance, only marriage, only a relationship. You always maintained your own independence, and you always maintained your own hobbies and your own interests. Decentering your life from just being revolving around another person, that's really important right now. And the universe is saying to you, love and romance is all meant to be yours, but even more importantly than that, not losing yourself in love and romance, and maintaining your own identity, maintaining your own hobbies, a friend circle, a friend group that you can lean on whenever you feel like you need it, and also just maintaining that part of you that has a life outside of your romantic relationship. Getting more deeply into your reading within the Knight of Cups, the person that is the best fitting for you in the Knight of Cups is the Knight of the element of water. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, when it comes to romance, that is where it's at for you. This is the type of person that comes home with flowers on a weekly basis. This is the type of person that surprises you with your favorite foods. I see here in the Knight of Cups that your person is someone who makes approaches towards you. You don't have to guess where you stand with them. You're not wondering when they're going to text you, when they're going to actually plan the date, if they're even going to plan the date. In the Ace of Batons, they're always coming up with new ideas, new ways to wow you, new ways to be romantic, to create this kind of excitement in your relationship. So in the Ace of Batons, just know here that your love life is meant to be exciting. There meant to constantly be new things going on. There's meant to be a constant flow of fun, an abundance of fun, an abundance of having a good time, and not overthinking where you stand with the person, and instead actually enjoying the relationship. If you are seeing someone and you feel like you're spending more time worrying or wondering about where you stand with them, when they're going to communicate with you, whether you are in a relationship with them or not, if you'll ever get into a relationship with them or not, the universe is saying to you that overthinking is a pattern of a relationship that isn't meant for you. The Unakite is that confirmation to live in the now and forget about thinking so far into the future. Thinking too far into the future, it can really cause you to have anxiety and to even procrastinate things in your life, like whether it's work, whether it's working out, whether it's eating more healthily. living in the now is really important for you, group number 2, because living in the now means that you get to open up your heart to what's happening right now. You're not constantly thinking that everything has to be perfect right now, because otherwise your life will never adjust. You know, when you look at a romantic relationship with someone and you're like, oh, if they'll be like this forever, am I going to be happy with that? Is that what I want in the very long term? Get to know anyone that you're talking to very deeply before you think too far ahead, because the question then turns into, do you even want them long term? Do you even want to be with them for the rest of your life, for decades of your life? The choosing comes from you. It's not always the other way round, group number 2. Next, within the page of crystals, you're someone who has the best ideas and is very disciplined with your ideas. So you will end up in a relationship that will just bring more of this fox energy out of you, which is a very resourceful energy, which is an energy of thinking on your feet, on not being afraid to do things differently than those around you, and of having like your own ways in which you create success in your life. Next up, within the 7 of Acorns, determination and stamina are what mark your romantic life. Now, being with someone who's determined to be with you and doesn't give up, that even suggests dating you, someone who has suggested dating you on multiple occasions, someone who has proposed multiple times. And because you're so sure about this relationship, you're not even worried about where they're gonna go, and you're not afraid to say no to their proposal or to them asking you out, because you want to see how determined they really are to have you in their life. If it's just a would be nice for them, you're not going to give up your time and energy to be with another person unless they are very determined and they show that, and they show you that they're also very sure of you. Within the Magician, I do see here, we've got the number 1. This is the first card of the tarot. And in the Major Arcana, we've got 22 individual Major Arcana cards. The Magician in numerology is the one of taking action and of literally using all of the tools that you've got at your disposal to create the life of your dreams. Now, you're going to be doing that with your future family and your future spouse. You are both going to bring a lot of different good traits to the table, a lot of different tools. You're very determined, you're very driven, you're the type of person who knows how to be resourceful. They too are going to bring a lot of material resources to the table, and emotionally they're someone who's very intelligent, and that's going to create a very stable foundation for your home life. And I see in Temperance that your love life is going to thrive most with someone who doesn't have any type of addictions, who isn't tied to going out or to their friend circle, to impressing other people. Someone who knows who they are, who isn't going to create this kind of like energy of constantly worrying about what the world thinks of them, but instead is really authentic. And in Temperance, your love life is meant to be one in which you have healthy habits with the person you are with. You are not going out drinking or overindulging in unhealthy foods, fried foods, all of these things. You have an amazing mixture between being a little naughty, having fun, partying, having all of those treats, but then at the same time also going on walks together, traveling together, seeing the world, and not being afraid of being different either, because you also realize that the way that society works is not necessarily how you want to live your whole life or how you want your relationship to be. So you're building your own habits, you're building and creating your own type of relationship from scratch, which is for some really non-traditional. You and your future spouse, you don't care. You want to have the best, most romantic love life ever. And you've also seen it from your parents and from people around you that a lot of marriages aren't even happy or fulfilled. And you're not going to add yourselves on to that count. You are making sure that you are actually fulfilled in the long term. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number 2, we're going to delve even more deeply into your reading. I'm going to clear and cleanse the space so we can figure out the additional messages that the universe has about your love life. You don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. Simply continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy your reading, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into it. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. Did you miss me? Let's delve even more deeply into your singles love reading to see what's coming next for you romantically in life. First and foremost, we've got the cause lettuce. Now, the universe is saying to you, firstly, if you haven't been eating very much lettuce, very many leafy greens, this is your sign to have lettuce, to have leafy greens, to have a salad again, and also to remind yourself of the fact that the better you feel in your skin, the more desirable that you become to others as well. Group number 2, it is important that you take good care of your body, and sometimes there's no way around than having fiber, than having foods that previously you might have seen as boring or you didn't have as much as you really should have, but there are ways in which you can make it fun, exciting, and interesting, and that's where we've got the rosemary. Not only is this a magical herb that allows you to be more in tune with your psychic powers, but the rosemary is also an herb that will help you to make your salads more interesting. So putting this in your salad dressings, making sure that you are using this to garnish your meals, this is going to elevate romance coming into your life with more ease because you've got that energy of remembering just how amazing, attractive, and lovable that you are that's reactivated, especially if it's been lost. Next, within the sorrel, you are going to be with someone super affectionate. You yourself are very affectionate. You're a very caring person. When you look in the mirror, you are the kind of person who remembers, oh, I need to be kind to myself. I need to be good to myself today. I need to speak some words of affirmation to myself. And yes, you might not always be perfect at it, but you definitely continue to work on your growth and your self-development. And that's something that makes the difference between you and other people. It's the fact that you don't give up on yourself. You don't give up on your self-development. You always keep going. You keep striving to be better, to be fitter, to be more put together, to be more of that person of your dreams, and it shows. The citrine is a symbol of you bringing in the light and being that person who actually walks into a room, everyone's heads turn when they see you, and they think of you as someone who brings the light, who brings the positive. Being a very positive-minded person means that you attract energy vampires sometimes, so protect yourself. And remember, here within the citrine, this is a crystal of abundance, of being in an energy of wealth. And here within the fluorite, this is a rainbow fluorite. Find peace with the fact that, yeah, not everyone was meant to live an abundant life. Not everyone was meant to live an abundant life. And there's a lot of people who won't be able to come with you on the journey to abundance, on the journey to having that life, creating that life, living that life. But that doesn't mean that you should stop yourself or slow yourself down just because you feel bad that not everybody is going to live the amazing lifestyle that you are destined to live. Don't feel bad for it because you worked hard for it. You also made all of the sacrifices to have the type of love life that you're about to have, group number 2. In the moonstone, live your purpose. That is what makes you irresistible. That is what attracts your soulmate and your twin flame when you're doing what you were born to do. For some of us, it's music. For others, it's working a corporate job. We're all so different, and you have a purpose that whenever you talk about it, it lights you up. You get really excited. If you've ever spoken to someone who has a hobby or just something that they love, a business that they love, and they are excited about it, they love what they do, they're proud of it, they speak about it so differently than someone who doesn't like their job, someone who's just kind of trying to avoid even speaking about it. And you are one of those people where when you are really, really into your job and your career and you're actually living in your purpose, it is the best thing to watch you speak about it, to watch you say how much you love it, how much you enjoy it, how much joy that it brings you. And within the goddess, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty and love every part of you. That's a message from the universe that you had to hear. If there's a part of you that you feel like you still need to love more, it could be a part of your body, it could be part of your journey, or you not feeling like you're as successful as you should be just yet. Remember that loving every part of you is so healing and is the best thing you can do for yourself. As I see here within magic, the message from the universe for you is to make a wish, believe in miracles. Group 2, magic surrounds you, make your wishes and watch them come true. Because wishes and dreams are here for those who think big. And you are one of those people, group number 2. Stop denying yourself of dreaming big and of thinking big and of living big, because someone is meant to have that life. Someone is meant to thrive and be successful. Why wouldn't it be you, group number 2? Now let's move more deeply into your reading. We've got gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. The universe wants you to be kind to yourself, to others, and to know that romantically, that is the trait that makes you a goddess, that makes you very attractive to the person that you are going to end up with. The fact that you are gentle, that you're kind, you're that shoulder to lean on, that open ear, that gentle person who cares for others in a way that usually only a mom would care, or someone who's like a best friend. But it's like you are so open that you give people the purest form of love, whether you just met them or whether they are someone that you've known for much longer. Next up, we've received awareness. Now, group 2, in awareness, live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. Receiving this oracle next is telling you to look for signs, look for guidance, live in the moment, enjoy your love life. Be conscious of your thoughts and also of any thoughts that are challenging about love. Like if you feel, oh, I'm not sure if I'm love worthy, if I'll find the one, banish those thoughts, get rid of them, stop thinking those thoughts, because the things that you think are the things that you attract and what you manifest. So only manifest the best. Only think how amazing you are, how lovable you are, how you're just about to find your soulmate, your twin flame, how you're the most successful, attractive version of yourself, how you can't lose, and all that can happen is you can just win. You can just create more of the, you can only create more of the life of your dreams. Continue to repeat that to yourself. Affirm these positive thoughts to yourself, as the universe wants you to know that this is what is going to get you everything that you want in love, and that's going to make it really easy for you to manifest it right into your life. Next up, we've got the shaman. You will end up with someone who is very spiritually in tune and who is very wise. Spirituality will be important in this relationship, not necessarily because you're religious, but spiritual, deeply spiritual. You have a deep understanding for each other, and your end partner is someone that you can have deep conversations with and that you can speak to about a lot of spiritual concepts that other people just aren't wise enough to talk about, or their mind just doesn't even go to. Other people's minds can't even comprehend. Within the 9 of Acorns, I see that right now you're in a position of power. If you persevere and you keep going on this path, group number 2, you're gonna end up with your perfect match. But you can't give up and you can't start to let self-doubt creep in. That's the main message that the universe has got here for you. So make sure that you claim this message below in the comment section. That way you can make sure that you're on the same page, the same energy of what you received within your reading, and that you continue to stay on your path of living your purpose. My gorgeous soul of group number 2, you can find all of the resources, all the decks, all the crystal jewelry, my free downloadables linked below in the description box. As we are at the end of your reading, I wanted to make you aware of that in case you wanted to dive more deeply into your psychic readings, or even join my Psychic CEO community, where you get career readings a day within the community and within the app. I'm active on there every single day. These are exclusive readings only for my members. That's why it's named Psychic CEO, to help you to become the CEO of your life and build that dream purpose of yours out in a way that feels good for you. So as already mentioned, my gorgeous soul of group number 2, wherever you are on our beautiful planet, I trust that your reading found you at the right time and that this reading resonated for you. And I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming predictions. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Welcome to your singles love reading. I can't wait for us to get right into it. You chose the Money Moves Oracle deck, and we'll see what the universe needs you to know about your love life. Ooh, we've got a card that popped right out, which is the Endings card. I just picked it up for you, and group number 3, the universe is saying to you, the cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, a rebirth. It's time to say goodbye to the old. Everything that once was, exes, situationships, people people that you were crushing on with whom it didn't work out with, that chapter needs to be fully closed for you, as I see here within fast changes, that as soon as you have really in your heart closed the door to old possibilities, fast and sudden changes will happen of you to invite in a new person, be with your soulmate and twin flame. Things happen suddenly in a short period and a hurry. Take bold steps forward is what the universe is saying to you, and don't be afraid of the endings of the old. Sometimes we're still holding on to the thought and the hope that an ex will come back and apologize, or that a situationship will turn into more than that. But when we fully close the door, we close the door on these things, because really you have to realize you deserve more, you deserve better, you deserve clarity, you deserve someone who's sure of you. That's when they realize you're not coming back. That's usually when your exes and past situationships, they come back around, they start trying to text you and reach out to you. But once you have decided that you deserve more, that's when you actually attract more. Next up, the universe is saying to you, go on a vacation, and during vacation, you are most likely to meet your twin flame. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge, as the universe is saying to you, this is your moment to relax. This is your moment to recharge. And when you're in a relaxed energy, you are more gentle, you're more soft, you are more open to having someone enter your life and to being in a really positive long-term relationship that can last a lifetime. And you are meant to be in a relationship and in a marriage that always feels like a vacation, because you're always kind to one another. Next up, in wrong decision, reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. Now, while the universe wants you to go on vacation and is confirming to you that there will be very fast changes in your love life, the universe is also saying to you, wrong decisions come from reckless behavior and also drinking too much, not taking care of yourself the way that you know that you should. Let's delve a little more deeply into your reading, group number 3, and see what else is coming towards your love life. Investments. Investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. Now, the universe is saying to you, an investment isn't just about putting money into stocks. An investment isn't just about you putting some sort of like material things into a account. Investments means how you invest your time and your energy. Your most valuable asset is your time and your energy. So start to treat your attention as though it's currency. Start to treat your love like it's currency. And your love and your interest, your attention, it shouldn't be just for free. It should only be reserved for people who make you feel good and people who actually show that they value you. Everything else, steer clear of. The universe is saying to you that your attention is an investment. Take it seriously right now. The 8 of Swords is a sign that it's time for you to move on from keeping the door open for your past to come back in. You have to fully close it and end it. The Suit of Swords is the suit of communication and your thinking mind. And the number 8 is telling you that if you want to be abundant, you have to create space. So that part of you that might be stubborn, that might still think after this reading, oh, well, if they want to come back or do right by me, I just want to give them that chance. I want to give them that opportunity. But the universe is calling you out on this and asking you why you'd even want someone in your life who's capable of hurting you so deeply. Now, the 8 of Wands shows all of these snakes depicted on it. And the 8 of Wands is actually a sign of quick movement, of fast changes. So we already had fast changes show up in the Money Moves Oracle deck for you, but we have fast changes in the 8 of Wands showing up again, group number 3. And this is the universe saying to you to prepare for things changing very quickly. Don't be afraid of the changes, and remember that fast change also mean quick, big, fast opportunities for you to live the life of your dreams in your love life romantically. The 3 of Pentacles shows us here someone who's very thoughtful of collaboration, and this is what's happening in your love life. You'll be very thoughtful of how you can make your professional life better, how you can help your partner create more success, and they're going to do the same for you. You're probably going to be working with your partner in the end, or have some sort of investments with them that are going to grow very quickly, as I see here in correlation to the 8 of Wands. That's going to make you really happy because you know that you made the right decision. In the 9 of Swords, we've received a message that you've got to rest and stop overthinking everything. Yes, there are people who meet their soulmate, their twin flame. They live happily ever after. They have amazing lives. They even start businesses with their partners and have investments, and everything works out beautifully. That can be you. Stop overthinking the ways in which something might be challenging. The Queen of Swords shows that because you're very intelligent and because you're the type of person who can only be with another doer, so someone who doesn't just talk, but someone who plans dates, who acts, who does things that they say they're going to do. This is a sign for you in the Queen of Swords to remind yourself of the fact that there are people out here who are just like you. There are people out here whom you can connect with on a deep spiritual level, but who aren't just like woo-woo with their head up in the air, who actually get things done, who live in the real world, who work hard, who do challenging things, who go to the gym, who work out. In patience, the universe is saying to you, pause before you take action or you judge. Trust that divine timing is at work, and be patient and play whilst you wait. Don't be so hard on yourself as things are progressing in your love life. Before you've found your special person, before you've manifested them really, the universe is saying to you, be patient. Don't try to rush things, and also don't take actions without thinking, like going out late at night or texting an ex, going back to someone who didn't deserve you to begin with. Be patient for the right person to come into your life, and that person is going to bring so much passion. Do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. However, you've got to do that. Group number 3, that could be you going out and shopping. It could be online shopping. It could be going for a run. Maybe cooking really excites you and makes you very happy. Maybe you just love talking to your friends over the phone. You love connecting with other people in your community. Perhaps you like doing things like research on new topics, discovering new countries and places that you want to visit. Spend your time planning out all of these experiences and plan them out for yourself, and see how your twin flame comes into your life and you end up doing them with another person. You end up doing all these plans with your romantic lover. In the potato, your spirit guides are saying you've got to ground yourself, you've got to relax, you've got to give yourself a moment to relax and eat more potatoes. Now, the P represents communication. When you are in a place where you're feeling super anxious and there's so much going on, you get very sensitive about communication. You get very sensitive about how much your person communicates with you, how often they text you, how quickly they text you, and sometimes then your communication can be very direct, as I see here in the Queen of Swords. And the carrot represents you receiving clarity. The universe is saying to you, don't worry, you'll get clarity from the right person, and the person that you are meant to be with, the person who's your twin flame and your soulmate, isn't going to have you wondering, even for a second, about where you stand with them. So if you've been in relationships or you have dated people where you were uncertain about where you stood, group number 3, that is your number 1 sign that you dodged a bullet, because imagine feeling that way for the rest of your life. Thank God you are no longer in that situation. And whether you even had to divorce, break up, ghost them, archive them, delete them, whatever you had to do to get them out of your life, keep them out of your life. As I see here in the Empress, you have a lot of fertility in you physically, but your mind is very fertile as well. So the ideas that you have can turn another person into a millionaire or billionaire. The ideas that you have are only for another person who is a hardworking, high caliber individual. I see that here in connectivity to the Three of Pentacles. You're meant to be with someone successful. You're meant to be with like a CEO, business owner, creator person, because everything that you touch turns to gold, and everything that you advise them to do ends up being very successful. And that is good for both of you, because I see in the Knight of Wands a protector, a provider, and someone who wants to invest in your relationship with them long term is who you're going to end up with. This is someone who wants to buy homes in your name, who wants to buy land in your name, who wants to have a future with you that is forever, and who wants you to feel really excited about all of their accomplishments, because now it's no longer just an accomplishment for them. Now it's an accomplishment for you as a family. And they want you to feel that way. They want you to see that. They want you to experience that. Because I see in the Knight of Wands, which is the Knight of the element of fire, so Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, that they are the type of person who has been through a lot in their childhood, and right now they want to do so much better than their parents ever did. And they've got star power. Also, the universe is saying to you, become an influencer of the company and earn fame and popularity. Step into the spotlight. You actually staying at home and not having to work, but then using your star power, using what you've got in you to create your own business, or even becoming an influencer, using social media, being in marketing, but not in a stressful way, working in a way that's fun, working in a way that feels like you're doing what you love. I see that that comes as a surprise and as a bonus, as a byproduct of your love life. An unexpected turn can bring positive change. The universe is saying, be ready for huge changes to your fame, your status in society, and just leveling up your life so much more than you expected. And actually doing your work just for fun, that doesn't mean you'll be any less independent or successful. You'll actually be a lot more successful because you're doing something that you love in a way that you love. That's the byproduct of your relationship, because you ought to be with someone mega successful. Group number 3. So group 3, I'm going to now clear and cleanse the space so we can delve even more deeply into your reading. You don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. Simply continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy your love prediction, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into it. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Let's delve even more deeply into your singles love reading and reveal everything the universe has got for you. We've got the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Wands, the Knight of the element of fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo placements, and Sun, Moon, Rising. This is someone who likes to get things done. This is someone who's not going to keep you guessing about whether they want to be with you and where you stand in a relationship with them. Group number 3, you are meant to be with someone who's driven, who's ambitious, not someone who just has a lot of potential, but someone who has actually accomplished a lot too and is just going to grow more and more. Moving more deeply into your reading within the Page of Crystals, what we've got here is ideas, discipline, someone who's quick as a fox and thinks on their feet. It's the main thing I see here in your love life, is that not only are you meant to be with someone successful and driven, but that is because they need to match your energy, group number 3, and you are that type of person. So let's delve a little more deeply into this. We've got the Knight of Crystals. Now, the Knight of Crystals shows here that endurance is important too. You have got 2 knights that have showed up within your reading, and the knights represent someone who's attractive, someone who's young, someone who knows what they want, but who isn't at a point yet where they've already accomplished most of what they wanted to in life. So this isn't someone who's already been married or already had kids. Your romantic partner, your forever partner, is someone who's starting those chapters with you. In the Knight of Crystals, they're super determined to have that endurance to stay in a relationship long term. And in the Eight of Acorns, I do see here that your person is someone who puts a lot of energy into getting results. They're not a talker, they're an achiever, they're an accomplisher. They're not the type of person who's going to say to you, oh, one day I want to marry you, but actually they don't mean it. Group number 3, this is the opposite of what you've had in situationships with people who just talk a lot but never follow through on what they say. This is the type of person who means what they say, otherwise they would prefer to just not say anything at all. And I see here that in your love life, you will be building a lot of legacy with your person, which means long-term investments will be made. Next, we have the Knight of Batons, which is the Knight of Wands. You keep getting this fire sign energy. Now, there's something about you that ignites fire signs. There's something about you that makes them wild, crazy, and just want to be with you. You absolutely have them crushing on you in a way that they've never felt before. And fire signs are the type of signs that you can get to be like putty in your hands. They're like little puppies once you've won their heart over. And in the Seven of Cups, I do see group number 3, you'll have a lot of different options. So why this Knight of Wands keeps showing up in multiple decks, in multiple ways, multiple depictions, is because you will have your pick when it comes to your Knight of Wands. You will be able to pick the person that you find the most attractive, one that you're most naturally drawn towards, and the one that just makes you feel at home and comfortable with ease. Now let's move a little more deeply into this. Next up, we've got the Hanged Man. Now within the Hanged Man, your perspective on love will completely change in the next months from you receiving your reading. Your perspective on love is going to change from just wanting only love to wanting someone who's so much more than that, and someone who protects, provides, is there for you, and understands how to grow together. Because things being great in the moment is awesome, but you want something for the long term. You want something for the long run. Next up, within the High Priestess, reading a lot right now is what the universe is telling you to do, because reading is going to help you to remain as smart as you are, and don't get into a relationship and forget your hobbies and the things that made you so interesting to begin with. You've already listened into a lot of podcasts, you've read a lot of books. You're the kind of person that others fall in love with, not because you are attractive, but because of your mind, group number 3. So keep that sharp at all times, especially when you're already in a relationship or when you're seeing someone. Moving more deeply into your reading, we've got the Chrysanthemum. You're going to have a long-lasting relationship and a very long life. The chrysanthemum is that herb, is that flower of longevity and of having a very positive outlook on life. The chrysanthemum also represents the zodiac sign Scorpio, which is very intense, which knows what it wants, especially in relationships and emotionally speaking. And I can see here within the pansy that attraction is very important in your romantic relationship. That's what makes it romantic. That's what makes it good. That is what makes it a long-term, long-lasting marriage. And I do see here that when it comes to the pansy, you are the type of person who will always stay attractive and to whom your partner will always be physically attracted to. So you'll always be hot, to just put it in easy and simple words. Group number 3, you'll always be hot. You'll always have people trying to chat you up, trying to get your number, trying to get close to you. You'll always need to have a partner that is emotionally stable enough to handle that. And you'll always have a partner who's absolutely crushing on you and insanely attracted to you, especially your looks. In the watermelon, I do see for you, group 3, fertility is important in your relationship, and they will always be attracted to you because there's something in them that constantly brings up this feeling of fertility, like they want to procreate with you, they want to be close to you. And that might sound very like caveman kind of vibes, but group 3, this is just what naturally draws them to you. There's something about you that makes them want to be in the long term with you, have a family with you, and a stable home life. Getting more deeply into your reading, next we've received the Black Mulberry, which represents you moving into wholeness. If you've come from a home where your parents are divorced or they argued a lot, you've even had siblings go through like divorces and breakups that seemed quite traumatic, that really did make you think twice about love. I want you to know here that your next lover, your forever relationship, is meant to rewrite that story and is meant to show you that love can actually be healthy. Love can actually last a long time. Not every love story is made to fall apart or is made to go sour. And there are people who literally find the right one and they just live happily ever after, and you're one of those. Within Virgo, I can see here that earth sign energy is what brings you into wholeness. So any part of you that feels really like earth sign energy, so it could be that when it comes to self-care, you really like to ground yourself in nature, or you love eating healthy whole foods. Maybe you love going out for walks in nature. Maybe you're also very disciplined about things that just need to be done, whether it's admin tasks, whether it's creating lists, cleaning your home. I see here within Virgo that the universe is saying to you, embrace more of that part of you that is able to get things done, especially with your hands, especially out in nature. Like the part of you that lives in the material world has a very healthy connection to it. And I see here in the North Node, for you, you've got a super bright future ahead of you. So it's important that you're with someone who's got the same, which is why you keep getting knights showing up for you, group number 3, because knights have a bright future ahead of them. They've got enough energy, stamina, and health to actually accomplish those big goals, like become CEOs, start their own multi-million-dollar companies, to make it big, to have their own families, to just be very successful, human beings. And that's who you're naturally drawing into your life, and that's who you're a match with, because you mirror that. Next up, we've got Pluto, which is also known as the Plutoid. Pluto is the heavenly body of transformation. Pluto is that sign that everything's going to change from the moment you're with the right person. You're not even going to remember what any of your exes were like or what relationships with them felt like, because it's just not going to be something that ever crosses your mind again, because now you know what a healthy relationship feels and looks like. And in the second house, resources are important and increasing, and a huge part of your romantic relationship. The second house is the house that rules Taurus. It's the house of everything in the earthly realm, as you can see here with the coins, with the apple, financial resources, even things such as healthy nutrition, being able to pay rent, groceries, all of these basic human needs. And I see here that for you, your love life entails all of that in a very abundant way. So you're meant to be with someone successful. You're meant to be with a knight who is well-dressed, who's quick. They often wear trainers. They love going for runs. They love doing like gym classes where not only are they lifting weights, but they also have some cardio in it, some movement that is just like combined, where they get to push their body in a different, just like move their body in a different way and train different areas super effectively in a way that gives them results that are aesthetically very attractive and pleasing. So they're good looking, they are shredded. They're the kind of person who takes care of their diet and their health big time, because they want longevity, as we had within the chrysanthemum. Now, group 3, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then we'll delve even more deeply into your reading. As per usual, you don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. If you desire to do so, you can claim your reading below in the comment section by saying "I claim" and the group that you are claiming, in order to manifest this into your reality. But as already mentioned, I will clear and cleanse the space. You keep on relaxing and listening into your reading and receiving, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into it. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Now let's delve even more deeply into your reading so we can figure out exactly what it is that's coming towards you next in your love life. So we've got a year from now, everything being different. This is when the universe is telling you family life, creating stability, and having a home of your own is going to be top notch for you, and is going to be exactly what has happened. Think of a beautiful garden, a car that you love, living in a city, a neighborhood, a country that is safe and beautifully put together, and you're going to be able to communicate really clearly to the person that you're with that this is what you want, this is where you want to move, and this is what you want to work towards. The person that you're meant to be in your next significant and important relationship with is someone who listens, someone that you need to talk to clearly. You have to tell them your dreams and your desires. Only like that will they know what to do, and that Perhaps it's also not the right time for them, as the universe is saying, to invest into other things. They'll realize, oh, okay, for my relationship to flourish, it's important that I invest my time and my resources into this relationship, into creating a stable relationship, like buying a home, buying our dream cars, investing into our dream businesses, even investing into your potential business, group number 3. When you communicate clearly, they realize that certain things they wanted might not be the right time, because a year from now, you want to create and build your own family life that's just ready for the next fresh chapters. So you are in a place where your love life is actually 100% dictated by you. It might not seem that way, because you might still want your partner to feel like they have a very, very big say, which they do, of course, group number 3. But when you say that something's very important to you, they listen, and they will make sure that you get what it is that you want and that you have what you desire in perfect timing. The universe has brought this message up next in your reading because they want to do your things in perfect timing, and they know that certain things like purchasing a motorcycle or going on expensive trips instead of getting a home or other investments, they'll know that's not the right time. But what they should do now is invest in your relationship, in your birthday, in your anniversaries, and the joint things that you want to do together, a home together, hobbies together. That is what they're realizing, and what's becoming so clear to them, that it's undeniable when you see the results of them putting you first, making sure you go on a lot of dates, making sure that you are glowing and shiny in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You'll know that you're with the right person. Next up, we've received the message of authority. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. So it's not about being someone who's controlling or being very dominating in your relationship. Authority is quiet, it's elegant, it's subtle, and it's very chic, because it comes from naturally being confident and naturally stepping into the role of leader when it's necessary. So, for example, in your relationship, saying, okay, this is the trip I want to go on. I would like to go to Japan. I would like to go to South Korea. I'd like to go to Thailand, to Bali, to Colombia. I'd like to go to Costa Rica, to Canada. I see here with an authority, when you make it clear what your dreams are and what you're working towards without even asking your partner for anything, they realize, okay, this is happening, whether I'm part of it or not. My partner knows what they want, they're confident about it, and they're probably gonna get it with this type of outlook and with this type of way of doing life, because you focusing on your wellness, which is the next message you receive, ensure your body is nourished, join a gym and regain strength, live a healthier lifestyle. The more that you show that you respect your body through working out, living a healthy lifestyle, and that shows, right? The more you'll also have opportunities come your way, which is the next card that popped itself right side up as I was just shuffling this deck. Now, new job opportunities, a change of workplace, or a business trip is coming, and change is coming at the perfect moment for you, group number 3. What's very important for you is that the more you focus on yourself, the more you actually end up with amazing job opportunities and business opportunities. Even though you might think you have to work harder to get those, it's not about that. It's about working harder on yourself, because the better shape that you're in, the more impressive your work is. So you don't have to work longer or harder, but you get better opportunities and you create abundance with more ease in that way. Your love life also has more opportunities the more that you focus on your wellness. So that is your mental health, going to therapy, journaling, writing your thoughts down, your physical health as well, of course. So working out, taking care of your body, doing what you need to do to be in good shape, lifting weights for longevity of your muscles, taking good care of yourself, and finally getting into the best shape of your life that you've always wanted to be in. And abundance is another part of your love life, group number 3, that the universe wanted to bring into your reading urgently, so that you know this is a relationship that is abundant, enjoying the bounty of life. Remember, your supply is unlimited. And with or without a partner, you're abundant. And when you take amazing care of yourself and you work harder on your self-care and on just being your best version, blessings come to you always. And anyone that you're with feels like they really need to put their best foot forward and put effort in, because they can see, like, you are abundant anyways. Like, you have everything that you need regardless of whether they're there or not. And if they don't make sure that they show up for this relationship, someone else will, because the next person is waiting in line who would just love to date you and be with you. And the universe is saying to you, find your balance, take time to relax, indulge a little more, a little less, and set boundaries with your work. Remember, your work is not everything in life. It's a good chunk, but find that balance of also realizing if you don't show up to work, they will replace you. And if your health isn't good, that's a huge portion of your life that means the most, that lets you travel, that lets you experience love, that lets you... It's the only way that you can have this human experience. And we have this beautiful sunlight shining in on our cards right now, group number 3. As the universe is saying to you, balance is so important. Sunlight is important. Getting out into the sunlight, going on walks outside in the nature, and investing back into your health in every single way that you can. It's never a waste, it's never too much. And when your future partner sees just how much you invest into yourself, they realize that you are not a cheap date. You are someone who invests into themselves, and it teaches them to invest in you and into the relationship as well. Next, we received the tomato. So order things, foods with tomato sauce, tomatoes, add them to your diet more. They are also a natural skin barrier for sun protection. If you eat tomatoes regularly, they actually help your skin to protect itself from the sun naturally. And with the tomato, this is a symbol of love. This is a vegetable that symbolizes love and care and passion, and the chrysanthemum is your confirmation of longevity, a long-lasting love. And that comes from a place of loving yourself, caring for yourself, taking good care of your needs, and making sure that you are in a space where health comes first. And that is mentally, physically, financially, you have to be looked out for. And to make it clear that that's a non-negotiable. That is what has to happen. Now, group number 3, this is your love reading and what's coming towards you in love. I trust that you found this reading insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section, and also check out all of my decks that I've published, my crystal jewelry I've worn throughout this reading, and my free downloadables below in the description box. And of course, for readings about your career, join the Psychic CEO. That's linked below as well. Now, my beautiful soul, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of your upcoming super accurate and intricate readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 4, and welcome to your singles love reading. You chose the white Newman tarot deck in order to figure out exactly what's coming towards your love life. I can't wait for us to get straight into it and see what the universe has to say to you about what's next romantically. First and foremost, we've got the King of Wands. So we've got tough fire sign energy. That's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. Someone older, someone successful, someone seen by society as a leader. This is someone who has a lot of masculine energy, as the suit of wands is the suit of the energy that is masculine. Each and every one of us has masculine and feminine energies inside of us, but your person is very masculine and very dominant. The King of Wands is someone who knows what they want. They speak up for what they desire, and you're never going to be asking yourself where you stand with this person. They're tall, they're built in a very broad kind of muscular way, and they've got strong facial hair. And I see here in the 7 of Cups that they have a lot of people swooning over them, but they're crushing on you in particular. Doesn't matter how many people want them, group number 4. It doesn't matter how many people are after your crush and your future spouse. They want you, and they have a very particular taste of the type of person that they want to be in long term, and you match that taste perfectly. The Seven of Cups is a symbol that romantically and emotionally, they love how smart that you are. The Suit of Cups is a suit of the element of water, which describes everything about feelings in tarot. So the Suit of Cups is the suit of your emotions, your feelings, and the number 7 is that number of being emotionally intelligent and perhaps even being a bit of a loner. Perhaps you were bullied growing up. You were always doing your own thing, as I see here in the Knight of Cups, that compared to them, you are very emotionally in tune from a very young age. They had to learn that later in life, which is also what makes them older, wiser, and more experienced than you, but not by much. The Knight of Cups is that sign, that symbolic entering into someone's heart, as you see here with the horse riding in, the water, which represents emotions, and the heart and feelings. And we have a lot of the color red, which also represents love, feelings, and passion, which I do see here is meant to be part of your love life in the long term, group number 4. We've also got the white Newman next, which shows us this kind of bull that's pushing forward quickly, a white bull. Your person has very pure intentions with you, and they're going to be very stubborn about being with you in the best sense. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep asking you out even if you say no, and they want you and only you. You are the only person they're interested in, and they want to solidify this relationship to be forever. So they're not playing games. They want to get married. They want kids, family, all of these things with you. And for them, what's really important is that the relationship is solid from your side as well. As I see here within the 5 of Wands, that you're going to be talking to your friends and family a lot about this person as you're crushing back on them. So it's not that they're just crushing on you and they're being pushy about being together. You like them as well, but you've had your own experiences with love. You want to make sure that this person isn't narcissistic, isn't toxic, and has their life together. You want to vet them. And during this process, they are definitely going to show that they're solid. They're not going to waver in their intention of where they want this relationship with you to go. They're going to text you regularly. They're going to call you. They're going to plan dates. And the person that you'll end up with is someone who is very romantic with you. But again, only with you. Their past lovers will say that this is truly a miracle. There's a reason why the universe has brought this message into your reading. Have faith that your miracle is on its way, your prayers have been answered, and surrender the how. Don't ask yourself constantly how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, as that slows everything down, because everything in your life is energy. Good people have amazing lives when they are in an energy of trusting. Because have you noticed how some people who aren't very caring can be very successful, and some people who are very, very caring have very hard lives? Well, it's because it's about energy, not necessarily about who's the better person. So stay in an energy of trusting, of winning, of knowing that you deserve this type of romantic love and someone who is absolutely obsessed with you and will do anything to be in an amazing relationship with you. Next, we've got possibility. The universe is saying to you, raise your standards, elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. And raise your standards for love. Raise your standards for who you allow to be around you, who you allow to be in a relationship with you. And yes, I said allow because being with you is a privilege. Being with you is something that shouldn't be taken lightly and is something that you should view as sacred and not just allow anyone to do. You're valuable, you're loyal, and you are everyone's dream person for a relationship because they can count on you even in hard times, even if they're not feeling well, even if they weren't doing well professionally. So you are like the ultimate dream person. And I see here in vacation that you're gonna go on so many trips and vacations with your forever lover, with the person that you will end up with, group number 4. Start a perfect vacation, enjoy the freedom, take time to recharge is another message from the universe for you right now. You have been overworked, you've been doing way too much, you've been putting so much effort into your professional life, and now the universe is also saying to you, if you want romantic love to happen, if you want things to change in your love life, you have got to go on a vacation. You have got to relax. You have got to give yourself time to recharge, because when you come back, you look relaxed, your skin looks refreshed, your entire body is in a state of feeling so good, and that opens the opportunity for love. Love is something that comes naturally when you're open to it, when you're feeling amazing. That's when you attract healthy partners. When you're not feeling good about yourself, that's when you attract the toxic narcissists. The universe is saying to you with an opportunity, also new job opportunities, a change of workplace, or a business trip is coming up, and it's happening just in time. Go for it, take the opportunity. Even if you don't love going on like last minute trips, or you feel nervous, maybe you feel like, oh, you shouldn't be investing in this way, you shouldn't be so frivolous with your money. Perhaps it's not the right time for you to go on a vacation. You need to work. You have other things that you've got to cover, rent, amenities, utilities. You've got other responsibilities, even pets, kids. But the universe is saying to you, take the opportunity when it presents itself to go on a first-class trip for an amazing deal, because you won't regret it whatsoever. And that will open your heart even on vacation to meet amazing like-minded people. And sometimes you have to go first with spoiling yourself, taking care of yourself, investing in yourself, and then all of a sudden you'll see how you get better job opportunities, you get more customers and clients. You can't always wait for it to be the other way around. Sometimes you have to make the first step of betting on yourself. Just think about all of the successful people. They had to trust that they could do this. And romantically, you are with someone who is a very successful entrepreneur. And in the agate, I see here that this in your future will bring everything back into balance, especially as your childhood wasn't always so easy around where you were living, around finances, around stability in your parents' marriage, or should I say lack thereof. And I see that being around someone who lets you be safe and who also is very abundant in all areas of life, that is so relaxing. Next, with the blue lace agate, the universe is saying this will help you find your calm. Your romantic life is supposed to make you be calm. If you are constantly wondering when they're going to text you, when they're going to reach out, where they are, when you're going to see them next, if you're ever going to see them again, then know that that's not the person for you. The right person for you gives you calm, gives you stability, and everything is crystal clear. That's what the rose quartz is communicating to you. With the right person, things are crystal clear. You never have to overthink where things are going. You both know what you want, which is a stable long-term relationship and marriage. You both know where this is headed, what the end goal is, whether professionally, whether in building a family with your person. You just know because you've spoken about it and you're serious. You are not just speaking to each other about what would or could or should be nice just in order to be with someone momentarily. You're in it for the long haul. And I see here within the bay that also master number 22, which is a number of finding an equal match who is very wise, who is very spiritually and mentally mature. The thing is, you've always been wise beyond your years, group 4. And maybe even as a child, people said to you that you're very mature, and that is going to show in your romantic relationship too. As I see here in the peppermint, your success is also going to be far larger and greater than the success of your peers, of other people who are in your age, who come from your town, who come from your background. You're far more successful than them, and you have to be with a leader, because being strong is something that you've always just done naturally. And by the way, we had the number 22, 20, and then 19 for you, and all of these greens. So having more greens in your diet is what the universe wants you to add right now. And here with the fennel, being strong is your default, but you want to be with someone who's also strong. So you don't always have to be the caretaker. You don't always have to be the one who's there for the other person, but you've also got someone that you know you can rely on and lean on, and that is your King of Wands. That is this fire sign who's coming into your life. And we've got the trine, which represents symbiosis, which means exactly that in number 52. one hand washes the other. It is just like, for example, certain fish, you'll see them like these sucker fish on sharks, for example. That's symbiosis. They don't get eaten by the sharks, and the sharks benefit because those sucker fish clean the shark's skin and take care of it. So it is like one hand washes the other in your relationship as well. And I see here within Chiron, what that does is it heals you, because you're used to people using your support and sometimes even just using you, leaving you feeling like that's all that you were good for, just them benefiting from being around you, and then they would just leave or kind of move on. And I need you to know here, group number 4, this message from the universe is that you're a good person for a reason, and you are meant to end up with someone who's a good person as well. And that's why you've had experiences to show you what you don't want, what you're not going to settle for, what's not going to happen long term, because you get to decide. And the King of Wands has been through the same, even more times than you have, because of the amount of just material success that your King of Wands has had. And they know what it's like for people to just be around them because they think they can gain something. The Eight of Wands is a symbol that you have just started when it comes to your growth in your career, and your romantic relationship is just going to make that even bigger and greater. Your King of Wands is going to help you be even more successful because they've already done it. They're just going to show you how to do that even more. As I see here in the Magician, they're going to help you use all of the tools that you've got, all of the resources they have, all the knowledge that they have, to help you build a type of mega business and mega professional success, bigger than you could have done by yourself, because teamwork makes the dream work after all. And within the 10 of batons, this is the end of karma that feels hard. This is the end of a hard time romantically for you, the end of a hard time of emotions, of feeling like you don't know what's going to happen next and you wish you just had answers. These are your answers coming your way, group number 4, and this is also just the start of your reading. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space so we can delve even more deeply into your prediction, and you don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. If you like, you can claim your reading below in the comment section, as that makes you manifest what you are receiving in this reading. But of course, you can also just continue to relax as I clear and cleanse the space, and I'll be right back for us to delve even more deeply into your love prediction. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 4. Let's delve even more deeply into your singles love reading and see what the universe needs you to know. We've got the 8 of Cups. Now, the universe is saying to you, weariness and restlessness is something that happens when you've got to let go of feeling really attached to like an ex situationship, how you thought love should be. Group number 4, you are really hard on yourself. You're really hard on your love life as well. And you think way too long and hard about your lovability. Yes, you're extremely lovable and you make for an amazing partner. And it's time you let go of any other story you've told yourself about this in the past. As I see here in the Star, you're receiving the Star Tarot card to tell you that you are someone who deserves to be confident in themselves. You're someone who brings new, fresh, rejuvenative energy to every relationship. And you have to start to realize that you are a star. Unless you do that, then your love life will forever be the same. But when you start to believe in yourself here, you start to realize that you're a star. You deserve the attention that you desire. You deserve the care and the respect. Someone who never leaves you in the dark, who doesn't leave you waiting, who texts you first, calls you first, arranges dates, and wants to solidify the relationship. They want to get married, to move in together, to do all of these things. You deserve that. And I see here in the Queen of Cups that you have so much of this Queen of Cups energy, which traditionally in tarot, the suit of cups is the suit of the element of water. If you've always felt very connected to water, large bodies of water, the ocean, you love taking baths when you can, then this should make a lot of sense for you, group number 4. You're filled with empathy. You've always been a very kind and giving person. You would always help someone, even if it's difficult for you, you'll still find a way to do it. You're very wise. As already mentioned, you have been called wise beyond your years, very mature from an early age. You've always done well with responsibility and calm as well. Now on the inside, you might be freaking out, you might be very anxious, but group 4, on the outside, you appear to be calm, you appear to be in control, you appear to know what it is that you want. And in the 4 of Wands, I can see for you that you will be celebrated, and your future partner is someone who will get along so well with your friends and your family. They will constantly be arranging surprise parties and events for you. And even if you don't like surprises and you're like, oh, please don't, it's just because of previous learning and previous experiences. So if you learned that parties or you being the center of attention means that you might embarrass yourself or that you might end up overwhelmed or crying, it's just because no one has done it right until your future spouse. In the 4 of Wands, don't worry, because when they arrange something, a celebration like your birthday, they do it in a perfect way, how you don't feel overwhelmed, your loved ones are there, you make the best memories, and they show you what it's really like to feel at home in a relationship and what it's really like to be with somebody who would never let you fall. Next, we've got the King of Swords for you. Now, group number 4, the King of Swords is the king of masculine energy. Before we had the King of Wands, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but they also are intellectually very intelligent, the person that you're meant to be with. We've got piercing blue eyes. We've got quite an intimidating, tall stature in the King of Swords, as we have the tiger, which is seen as the king of the animal kingdom. And the King of Swords shows discipline, power, truth. They also have very strong air sign placements in their birth chart. So whether that is their rising sign, their Venus, their Mars being in Gemini, in Libra, in Aquarius, the King of Swords shows that when it comes to planning, executing, and being reliable, your future partner aces that. So if you've had parents that promised you things that they didn't follow through on, you have trust issues, you've got some trauma around that, your person is perfect for you because they help you to get over it and to fix it and to heal from it. You can heal from anything, but you have to be willing to put in the work and to trust. And that's something you can do in your love life. Next, we've got the Phantom Quartz. Embrace the next changes coming in your life. Group number 4, there are some changes coming in your life next, and you'll ask yourself, why is this happening now? What are all these changes? And are they trustworthy, or should I feel afraid? These changes are coming in your professional life. Your changes are coming physically as well. You might have even thought to do a surgical or a non-surgical change, a change in wardrobe, and they're just like perfect opportunities, like a sale, like an amazing esthetician near you, like an amazing deal at a hair salon, a sale on clothes, right? A sale on accessories, a sale on crystals to put in your home. And you're making these changes that seem material or seem topical, changing jobs and moving to new cities, but it's not just that change that you see in the moment, like changing the color of your hair, how you look, or your wardrobe, or your job. What you're doing is you are changing the direction your life is going in, so you will meet your soulmate. These changes are important. The universe is saying to you next in the amethyst, trust your intuition on this. And we've got a lot of amethyst within your reading. I'll also leave my amethyst jewelry pieces linked below in the description box. As if you want to add amethyst to your collection, this is a crystal that brings out your intuition in a way that you can trust it. So your gut feeling finally doesn't feel like scary or like it's confusing you, but now all of a sudden you feel like you can trust yourself again. The amethyst is a sign from the universe that now you have to start trusting yourself and stop overthinking. What that will result in is you finding peace within. The fluorite crystal represents peace. It represents being calm. It represents that once you're not afraid to listen to your intuition and your gut feeling without feeling like you have to second guess or question or even justify it, you are free, because that also means you are no longer at the mercy of caring about what others might think about you or your decisions. Group 4. Now in the Jade, understand here that the universe is saying to you, be the bigger person moving forward, because when you do that, you get to your goal way more quickly. Even with your future romantic partner, being the bigger person is going to end up with you always winning everything that might seem like it's an argument. Now, every relationship has disagreements and arguments. That's normal. That's part of a healthy relationship. But when you show that you're the bigger person, they come back with gifts. They come back bearing things that they want to show you that they care about you by bringing these things after an argument, especially after you've been the bigger person. And the Rado cross side is telling you, regardless of what situation you're in, whether you're in an argument with a loved one, whether you are debating, oh, should I double text this person? Should I reach out to him? Should I text him? Should I call him? Should I see what he's doing? Should I ask him if he wants to hang out? Should I ask him where we stand? Or ask her what we're going to do next and where this relationship is going? And of course, apply your pronouns for your person. The Rado cross side is from the universe, that sign to remember your worth. If you feel like you're not behaving like your highest worth, you're not behaving in a way that respects your worth, don't do it. If you feel like double texting someone is beneath you or is compromising your worth, you know that that's not the move for you, and that's also not the person for you, because remembering your worth comes naturally with the right person. And your future spouse and soulmate is someone who brings out you valuing yourself. Next, we've got the Knight of Wands. Now, this shows us for the next couple months, you will be working hard on everything that you're so passionate about in your career, everything that you love to do as a hobby. And even if you are in your relationship, you're still very, very focused on your goals. And that is what makes you irresistible. As I see in the Ace of Pentacles, not only is your love life finally coming to a place of ease and of karmic retribution. So you're finally getting the karma that you deserve, which is good karma. Because you put in kind work, good work, you have a pure heart, that's what you're getting back karma-wise. That is happening alongside huge changes in the earthly realm and in your career. The Ace of Pentacles is the ace of the element of earth, and it represents a new start in the earthly realm. Your career, your health, the way you take care of yourself, and the way that you look. It's like you're going through a complete change, revamp, and glow up. And the old you wasn't yet ready for what is yet to come for you in your love life. And that's why you needed some time. That's why you had to learn the hard way. That's why you had to be disappointed, not just by previous lovers, not just by parents, partners, even someone you might have been married to, living with, like in a very close relationship with. That's why your parents had to disappoint you the way that they did. It was so you could learn that you can overcome everything, and that sure, that might be your trauma, but that's not your story, and that's not what you're going to continue to allow, and it's not how you're going to treat yourself either. So you have learned to protect your heart. You have learned to become strong and unstoppable. I see here in the Hierophant that you were always meant to be someone who is like an inspiration to others who are growing up the way you've grown up, and who might not see a way out, or who might not understand that I can do better. I don't have to accept this treatment. I don't have to accept things that I don't want to accept. And the Hierophant is a tarot card that represents you knowing your value, being at your highest, not settling for less. You're not going to accept disrespect. You're really just not going to allow someone even to ghost you and then be able to come back. They'll be blocked, they'll be removed. they're out of your life. And it's not because you've become so strict or because you don't want to give chances. It's just that you've learned that people know exactly what they're doing, and you're not going to have them do something to you that you wouldn't do to them. It's simple boundaries, it's simple self-love and care, and it is also self-respect that you're showing. And the person that you are soulmates with, your twin flame, is the exact same. They get it. They're not going to play games with you. And that's what makes them such an amazing match to be with you. Group number 4, it's because they know not to play games. They're not even going to try to play games with your heart. So therefore, there is safety, there is mutual respect. And you're not doing that with them either. Moving more deeply into your reading, into 2 of Swords, you're going to make big life decisions with your person, expanding your family, where you're going to end up moving to, switching jobs, things like retirement plans that maybe you're not even thinking about right now, investing, what you're going to do in your old age, to have kids, to not have kids, to add kids, to not add kids, to get married, to not get married. What are you going to do about your parents, about your siblings, pets? You're making such big decisions in your love life, and because you have someone trustworthy by your side, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more stable to do that, even doing things like creating a trust fund. The 2 of Swords shows you're making these big decisions, and in the Queen of Pentacles, the more you're in your feminine nature of receiving, of being soft, of being gentle, of being open to being taken care of, the more power that you have. Because the Queen of Pentacles is the queen of the element of earth and of all things that have to do with the tangible. So career things, finances, any type of like tangible assets like homes, cars, even stocks, all of these things are in the Queen of Pentacles. So beautiful clothing, shoes, like designer items, all this is represented in the Queen of Pentacles. And it's not that the Queen of Pentacles isn't successful in her own right. The Queen of Pentacles is just also feminine enough to receive, because being feminine means that you're not afraid to receive, and you're not so hyper independent and masculine that you're telling people, oh no, don't help me, don't do this for me, don't do that for me. Femininity is softly receiving and saying thank you graciously, and allowing your romantic partner to really step up in masculine energy, which we had show up for you in the King of Swords, and also in connectivity to the King of Wands, which showed up during the absolutely first tarot card that you received, which is said to be the most meaningful card of every reading, the first card, which was a card that showed exactly who your person is. The universe isn't playing around with you, group number 4, and wants you to know precisely who you're dealing with, so you're not overthinking. And when you meet them, when you know, you know. Now, group number 4, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space one more time for us to delve even more deeply into your reading. You don't have to lift a finger or do a single thing. Simply continue to relax and enjoy as we delve even more deeply into your love reading. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 4. Now let's delve even more deeply into your reading, shall we? So first and foremost, we've got the black mulberry. You are going to feel whole with your partner. We've got master number 33, which is the master number of the teacher, of being with someone who can teach you so many things that in the past you never really had a partner who was an equal or who was even more successful than you. It was usually the other way around. And you usually have more of like an intimidating energy towards potential partners, but not with your soulmate, not with your twin flame, group number 4. When it comes to them, they bring wholeness and attraction. They're very attracted to you in a way that shows that they respect you, because they respect your mind. They might be older, more successful, and have the masculine energy of leading, but that doesn't mean that they don't respect you. They actually are very protective over you. We've got number 33 and 34 here for you, which group 4, the number 3 has showed up 3 times already. So angel number 333 energy might continue to show up as a synchronicity in your life from the point of you receiving this reading of yours, and you'll know exactly why. So I am manifesting for you, seeing this angel number as a reminder also that you are very attractive. You're attracting someone who's going to bring wholeness, who's going to bring healing, who's going to bring effort rather than just expect that from you or be a taker. You're a giver. Group number 4, you always try to give, you always try to be there for other people, and you deserve to have the same in your life. Group 4, without compromising. And in the Pansy, you are someone who has such high attraction levels, which means you attract others to come to you. You don't chase, you attract. If you feel like you're chasing someone, it's already wrong and you're already in a kind of desperate energy you have to get out of immediately, because you've got big happy changes coming for you. The universe is saying to you, big happy changes are next. That's what you're attracting, and these big happy changes are going to make you feel really whole. They're going to make you feel amazing about yourself. You're going to feel like you're attracting all of the right things, all of the right people, and like finally you have what you want romantically. Now your big happy changes, you're welcoming them with open arms, and it's this big light at the end of the tunnel that you have been wanting and needing, that desperately just had to happen because you have put in so much work to become the person you are today, and it's been up to you. With it being up to you, that also means that, yeah, all of the positive results of the hard work you've put into yourself have also been up to you. They've also been up to your discretion, to your creation, to you making it a thing. And you get to be proud of yourself. You get to celebrate how far you've come. You get to celebrate the fact that you've created an amazing life for yourself. You don't have to hide, nor do you have to be extra careful about how you say it, because you always want to come off as humble and grounded. We all know you're a caring, kind, and humble, grounded person. Group number 4, we can tell that that's who you are the moment we speak to you for the first time, and just remain positive. That's the most important thing you can do for yourself. You are always there for everybody, but what about being there for yourself? What about remaining positive about your love life? Right now, the universe is saying to you, remain positive. The positive energy is what will attract what you want in love. Not the overthinking, not the feeling unsure, not you just being hard on yourself either. All of that isn't going to attract the love that you want, but what is going to attract exactly what you want in love is remaining positive and kind towards yourself and believing in the love life that you are destined to have. Every single single one of us can choose our destiny. We are the psychic CEOs of our lives. We make the rules, and you remaining positive and trusting that you're attracting this perfect protector, this perfect person who will always be there to be a team with you. That's what I want you to know here with an intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. You know what you deserve. You know what you're going to get. Use divination tools to help you decide. Tarot decks, oracle decks, crystals. Trust your intuition no matter what. Even if people are telling you you're being unrealistic or you're expecting too much, that's their reality and that's their story. That's not yours. Group number 4. So trust your intuition and trust what you always knew was going to happen in your love life and who you were supposed to end up with. Everything has its right time is the next message we've received for you in cycles. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. You are someone who is super in sync with the moon. You might also be very in sync with your own body's cycle. So depending on who you identify as, you might quite literally want to tune more into your cycle, the different times of the month and how you're feeling, what you're going through, the sensations in your body, even your appetite and your cravings are different during different times of each month. And the universe is saying tune into it, tune into your natural cravings. And instead of saying to yourself you're not allowed to have something, let yourself have it, but in moderation. You will receive a gift from your soulmate right at the start of dating because their love language is gift giving. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. So the universe is saying to you not only physical physical gifts in the form of presents, but you've also got gifts that you have yet to discover. So gifts of creativity, of being really good professionally in business and marketing and connecting with people. And that is how you will meet your soulmate and your twin flame. You will be winning, you will be so abundant, and in that moment you don't need them. And that is what makes you so attractive to them. It's because you don't need them, you're not desperate, you're winning, you're in a wonderful position professionally and in the realm of abundance and materially. Like, even your health is amazing, you're glowing, you're shining. So you're winning and luck is coming your way. Good karma is yours. And the universe is saying to you, save it, especially when you're with your person, they're gifting you, they're making your life easier. You're living with them as well, and they're not expecting you to pay for things. They're not expecting you to do anything in the financial or material realm. Don't spend all of your money frivolously. Start building it, saving it, create ways in which that money can make more money for you. Be smart is what the universe is saying to you. And don't get into shiny object syndrome. You already had your phase where perhaps certain brands and just like luxury things were important to you and you wanted to have them, or you worked hard to get them, but you know right now that you've got everything that you need and you're just going to be smarter moving forward. Now, the Ace of Swords shows that this is someone you're going to get talking to very soon, group number 4. Your love life is going to change with the blink of an eye. You're not going to know what hit you and what happened. And the conversation is going to be so smart and deep and still funny. And you're going to know as soon as you meet them that they are the one for you. The Two of Coins is the universe saying to you to balance your career and also your love life without taking away from all of the hard work you've put into your career to become the success that you are now. So you can balance it. You won't have to balance it forever, but just don't get too distracted when you've got the butterflies and you're in love and you're dating and you're traveling, you're going places with your person. Try to maintain focus. Try to make sure that you don't forget what actually got you to being so put together, what has been helping you to have a roof over your head, to be able to have the lifestyle that you have. Don't just forget about it. And remember, here within Neptune, the universe is saying to you, have a long-term vision, have a plan for your relationship. Your relationship isn't just for fun. It should add to your life. Have a plan of whether it's building a family, building a legacy, creating a business, just having a companion that you can travel and see the world with, having someone to grow old with. Have your plan for your relationship. And when you have a plan, that is what you manifest. When you go into it without a plan, you manifest people who also don't have a plan. And your soulmate, group 4, as we've seen throughout your reading, is definitely someone with vision who wants to take over the world, and they want to do it with you. Now, group 4, this is the reading that I've received for you, and I trust that you found it insightful. And if it resonated, make sure that you claim your reading below in the comment section to manifest it. All of my tarot and oracle decks that I've published are linked in the description box as well, and you can find my crystal jewelry that I've worn throughout this video linked below too. If there's anything you're looking for in particular that's based on your birth chart, you can always DM me on Instagram or email me. Everything is below in the description box. And for those of you who want to be part of a community of psychic CEOs who are creating the life of their dreams, private readings on your career, and absolutely all of my manifestation and masterclasses, the link to that is below in the description box as well. So group number 4, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, no matter what time of day it is or when you've tuned into this, know that you are deserving of an amazing partner, the best romantic life that you can imagine, and so much more. I'm sending you love and abundance, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.